By day, he works as a middle-aged man collecting recyclable materials. But when night falls, he faces a different dilemma, deciding which luxury car to take for a spin. Even his own son is unaware that his father is secretly one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. Believing he comes from a struggling family, the boy is determined to study hard and change his future. His teacher notices his dedication. Considering the family's modest appearance, the school decides to step in and offer financial help. When the father hears about the school's plan, he tries to explain that they're doing just fine. But before he can finish, a bird drops a surprise on him at the worst moment. The principal assumes he's just being stubborn and urges him to accept the school's support. Unfazed, the father ignores his suggestion. When he hears they'll be taking pictures of the donation, he quickly returns wearing an expensive suit, stunning everyone on the spot. Before anyone can respond, he hands a gift to the principal and insists they take photos. People start to feel that something isn't quite right. It almost seems like the roles have flipped, like the principal is the one being honored. After the photo session, the man politely refuses the aid, suggesting it should go to families truly in need. But the principal insists, stating that the donation came from the richest man's company. Just as the father wonders how to respond, a senior executive from that very company arrives. She hurries in, explaining the company is facing a crisis and they need his guidance. As she speaks, everyone in the room is stunned. The principal, still thinking he's helping a poor man, thanks the VP for the support. But the VP realizes the man receiving aid is actually her boss, the company's CEO. A tense silence fills the room. The father quickly signals the VP to clear the room, worried his identity might be revealed and affect his son's education. Once everyone leaves, the man changes back into his worn clothes and begins discussing company strategies with the VP. The VP can't understand why someone so powerful would let his son live in such humble conditions, but the father explains he just wants his son to live a peaceful life, build a family, and stay away from cutthroat business rivalries. Later that day, the boy comes home from school and is shocked to see luxury vehicles parked outside. Curious, he rushes in only to run into the same female executive. He questions his father, but the man brushes it off and sends him to study. After all, the boy has an important exam the next day, his chance to enter a top university. Eventually, the exam results are announced. To everyone's surprise, the boy tops the entire city, and the teacher visits to congratulate him in person. The teacher also invites the family to a celebratory banquet in the boy's honor, reminding the father to dress suitably for the occasion. When the big day arrives, the father doesn't change his clothes. He rides his old tricycle to the event, wearing his usual work clothes. As he happily walks in, some students stop him. When he says he's there for the banquet, they laugh and turn him away. Just then, the boy arrives and tells them the man is his father. The crowd bursts into laughter, mocking them for their appearance. The father, upset by the humiliation, is about to react. At that moment, the city's most respected professor arrives. Mistaking the father for a gatecrasher, the professor asks someone to escort him out. But when he learns the man is the student's father, he's visibly shocked, though he still finds his clothes inappropriate. The teacher also finds the man's appearance out of place and quietly asks him to wait in a corner. But his outfit quickly becomes the center of attention. People whisper and mock not only him but also the boy. They say it's one thing to be poor, but showing up dressed like that is embarrassing. The boy then walks over and proudly invites his father to sit with him, but his uncle steps in and begins mocking the man in front of everyone. Unable to tolerate it, the boy defends his father. The uncle snaps, accusing the boy of disrespect and claiming his future depends on him, not his so-called beggar dad. He warns the father to leave before an important guest arrives and embarrasses the family. But the father simply ignores him and starts eating calmly. The boy, watching all this, looks downcast. Just then, a familiar figure enters, the same female VP. The entire hall rises in respect, except for the man, who keeps eating. The uncle criticizes him for being rude, and even the professor joins in. But the next words from the VP leave the room in stunned silence.